Guys, it's Alonzo with Super Saiyan Games, and I got here my top 8 Arizona States deck profile. Let's get into it. It's playing a red blue SS3. Obviously, you guys know what SS3 does. Fantastic leader. Just great. So I went undefeated in Swiss and then lost my first game at the end of the last round. And we weren't in time, so we just ended up drawing. So yeah, and then we got in top 8. And if you got prizing, top 4 just got half a box. I mean, a box and a half. And top 8 got a box. And I was just exhausted from playing. At that point, I just dropped, honestly. But it was a long day. I never realized how long Dragon Ball tournaments were, honestly. But yeah, it was super fun. And I really, really liked the deck that I'm playing. And I wanted to show it off. So first off, we got 4 Intensifying Power Trunks. This card's fantastic. You know, get the crit, Self Awaken. And then if you're later in the game, when I have my playstyle is I never get below 4 life. I always just drop cards and then like protect my life. But if you're playing like you're playing Gohan in this deck, you can just protect your life and just summon cards like Combo Han that give you advantage overall, and you just replenish those cards when you attack with them. And so this card is even good later in the game because sometimes you'll need that initial push, and you need bodies that are small that can put pressure, and so you'll be at like 4 life later in the game, optimally, and you can still play this later in the game and attack while getting cards from your life, adding cards to your hand to put pressure, and basically making sure they lose a card. So the crit is really, really nice. And fantastic card overall and works really well almost all the time. Yeah, 4 Vados Assistants. This card was phenomenal. You just untap a card, red, and then untap a card, negate attack. Super fantastic for cards like Power Intensifying Trunks. If you don't have Flute, if you do the turn 1, if you have 2 reds, and make sure you're safe so you can self-awaken the next turn by yourself. Or you can save Combo Han or Burst Attack Gohan. So this is just great overall because it's going to be basically giving your cards back, give you way more use, and just a fantastic card, honestly, overall. And then we got 2 Legic. This card is fantastic with Flute. I only played 2 though because you never want to hard draw him like if you don't have other cards. If you do have other cards, because you can only summon him that way, or you can hard play him, which you don't want to all the time, but I've done. So yeah, I just thought 2 was like the good number because you can still draw him and then hard draw him if you need to, but you don't want to see him that often. But it's really good, and he's a blocker, so I wanted to have some main deck blockers. And then we play 4 Burst Attack Son Gohan. I had to return the other 2, but this card is fantastic. This card is what I made my deck mostly around, and this card was just absolutely fantastic. Put so much work in. This is the card that got me there. That crit and then making sure you draw cards always put you back in the game. Because I knew everyone was gonna be playing Zen-Oh. Like I knew like a lot of people were gonna be playing Zen-Oh besides like Control, and so this kind of like rewards me for playing this against the biggest decks would be Zen-Oh and Control. So like some type of like green Control, which would be even if it was like Broly or Cell, but mostly like the blue green SS3. That would become the known that's been really popular. This would make sure it's like when you get rid of cards, you're just gonna be replenishing your hand, and it's just fantastic for that. And it just worked so well overall the whole day, and I was completely happy with it. My favorite card. And then one hit, I just wanted to have the option in my deck, and I wanted to play 4 overall. And my side deck was pretty tight, so I fit 1 in the main deck because I still had 1 open space, and I put the rest in the side deck so I could play 4 overall, and it'd come in. A lot of time I played it as energy game 1, but sometimes I would play like once or twice, but it was just good because I wanted to play 4 overall. I play 4 Unbreakables because you know this is SS3, you know how it goes. We're going to be replacing those cards, we're not losing card advantage. It's a fantastic card. 3 Legendary Flutes. You guys know who it is. This bounces back cards, and some people might be thinking why I'm only playing 3. Well, this card can be super phenomenal sometimes, but then this card can be ridiculously lackluster sometimes. Especially in this deck where you don't have that many great targets. Like you have Combo Han, you have Burst Attack. Burst Attack isn't that value. Sometimes I bounce them back just so I can get the draw, like depending on when my hand is. Or sometimes I bounce it back just so I don't want them to like be able to KO it or attack it. Or you can combo, or you can return Trunks, and those are like decent targets. Like Trunks being the best one, and Combo Han, but like for the most part, it's not that much value, and it's just not that good drawing late in the game. Obviously, you could bounce back your opponent's blockers and stuff, and they're lower, but it's never that optimal. Like you can bounce usually in the circumstances where you would be able to bounce like a combo Han, and it was never ever that really value to like bounce back their cards unless it was like a specific matchup where it really did. But for the most part, it was like neutral. So yeah, I only played 3, and I liked it at 3. I play 4 Sensu Beans because you always want to untap. It's a fantastic card overall. Always wanted to have it. And play 4 more Whis because you always want to play those counters, and this kind of helps you in the way where you don't lose life, and you just always protect against those strong cards and without wasting too many cards to defend yourself. Played 3 Yajirobe because you want to block, and the revenge blocker is just fantastic overall, super value. And sometimes you can save this. The cutest thing you can do is like you play this, and then you block, you kill the thing, and then you combo out and save it, and then you go Vital Assistant to untap it, and you kill another card. It's just super cute and fantastic. And you play 4 Boost Attack Piccolo, super combo. 4 Combo Han, which this format is just absolutely fantastic. Basically gives you a free card. It's wonderful. 3 Beerus, just great card. Make some waste cards. And then 2 SS3 if I'm playing the later game against a mirror or something. This gives me the edge to like basically make sure that I can untap, and it keeps me still going in the later game. Gives me some type of boss monster. This doesn't always come out, but it's nice to have if they Beerus me with this one. Just get rid of this. But it was just essential basically in the mirror, I feel like, and I wanted the main at least too. And I played 3 Dimensional Master Fu and then 1 Scientist Fu. This card was an MVP all day. Removal was absolutely amazing. Everyone was playing that Bergamo or playing just like cards that were like really big, and this card just makes sure that I don't have to waste resources and basically gets rid of it for free and still gives me the attack. So fantastic. And then Scientist Fu draws 2 cards, just great. It's really good for the later game. Have to play Cell or something. So yeah. Alright, and then we got the side deck real quick and go through this real fast. So I played 3 Jocko. I thought there was going to be more aggro because a lot of the more meta decks are like mid-range. So I thought people were going to be playing aggro, and I didn't play any, unfortunately, and I was really excited to. I was really wanting to play Jocko on them because getting aggro decks into the late game is like the best thing you could do, and this makes them have to go into the late game. So I absolutely love this card, but unfortunately it never came in, but I really like the theory of it. And we play 4 Focus Mind Piccolo in case I had to play the GT deck, and I can just block it with a barrier blocker, or I had to play Universe 7, and that was basically the only reason it was in there for, but I didn't see Universe 7, but it didn't really come in when I played GT. 2 Boost Attack Beerus, just more removal, fantastic card, really good. He's the worst new green Piccolo, but really good for what I want him to do, and he's a blue. Another SS3 if I'm playing the SS3 mirror, so it gives me another good card to be discarded with Beerus from Tournament Power, and it gives me another turn play for the ending of the game. Then we play the rest of the 3 hits, which went in pretty frequently actually. That's a fantastic card. Make sure they don't have the cards they need to start doing things. And then 2 Krona for Shugesh, or sometimes I even sided in to the decks that just I needed to draw for, especially early in the game, because sometimes I had just cards that were dead against certain matchups, and I just put this in as a filler card basically to get through my deck. And then 1 more Scientist Fu, if I knew I was playing like Cell or something, or hand restriction, so I can replenish my hand. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any comments or anything, let me know. This deck isn't perfect, but I'm really liking it. It's kind of like the initial first draft because I didn't get to play that much because I was kind of busy with work and stuff. But I really like this deck, and I have like the base of it has so much potential. And yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.